All right, so we're back here on our 2021 archery elk hunt over the counter in Colorado. We took a minute just to do a review. This is the first time we actually purchased a Seek Outside 16-man teepee. Last few years that we've gone, we've ran some 2-person tents, which are great, but we wanted a little bit more room and just to have one tent to fit everybody in and to bring a stove. Our 2-mans didn't have a stove capability, so we thought, well, you know what, let's check out the Seek Outside, and went with that one. So we're happy with it so far. We're going to take a look at it and kind of show you what we got. So first off, when you look at the teepee, one thing you're going to notice are these guidelines that we have set out here, and we ran some paracord. And the reason why we do that is this teepee is slanted out this way, but these guy outs you can actually pull, and it pulls that whole canopy back out. So it adds about an extra 6 or 8 inches above your head whenever you're sleeping. So the guy lines, we just wrapped it around the tree, and then on this side, what we ended up doing, since we didn't have a tree on this side, is we just got some stakes, just some wood, beat them in the ground, and then pulled them, and then just half hitch over top with a stake in the ground right there to pull that side out. But you can see the difference that it makes here. Now going inside the tent, we went ahead and got the one with the net wrap on it, or the mosquito netting, and we were glad that we did, because we do have some lights in here at night. If we don't have that, they'll just kind of, you'll see all the gnats and mosquitoes and things like that get in the top. So we went ahead and got the net on it. On the inside, we ended up purchasing one tent liner, this white sheet right here, and we didn't know if we would actually need it or not. And so the first night we didn't put it up, and it happened to come a downpour, and the condensation that was built inside the tent, when that rain would hit it, it would just fall on top of us and pretty much just kind of rain inside the tent. So fortunately we had this, and we ended up putting this up about 3 o'clock in the morning. And since we put that up, no problem at all. They come in half sizes whenever you get the 16-man. So we've got one half, and this side we don't have one yet. We just wanted to test it out this year, and we're happy with it. And we're probably going to go ahead and purchase the other half liner for next season whenever we do the same thing. There's 4 of us that are on this hunt. We've got our stuff scattered out. We run a tarp on the ground with a pad, then a sleeping bag on top of it. You can see here there's plenty of room for 4 people, and then we set our chairs and everything up on this side. We've got our wood here and a Seek Outside stove. So this stove is actually the XL stove. We wanted to make sure it was large enough to heat the size of tent that we have, and it is absolutely wonderful. The other part, when assembling this particular tent, what we did is, to make sure your stakes are actually set up properly, we want to make sure that this pole's in the middle. And so we ran some paracord, and I measured out, and it's 21 foot exactly from that stake to the back stake. And at 10.5 foot, I just put a piece of electrical tape in the middle. So once we pulled that across and hammered in each stake, we knew that this pole was going to go where the electrical tape was. And so it was easy for us to assemble it based on that. To set this thing up, it'd probably take us 20 minutes, maybe. And that was stove, pipe, and the tent. 20 minutes, and then the liner took all 5 minutes maybe in the middle of the night just to put it up. But I've seen some people do it, and we're going to try it, is that once we take this tent down, we're probably going to leave the liner on. That way, whenever we put it up the next time, it's already assembled and already ready to go. But you can see the sway that it pulls out from back here, and it sucks that back in, because if that wasn't in, it would go straight down and you would lose that room. So we just want to try to get it as large as we could on the outside, just to make room enough in here to be comfortable and sit in our chairs, sit by the fire. But that's 4 people, and all of our packs go here. It works out really well, but we are extremely happy with it. I guess the last thing I'd mention is, one, I say not trick, but advice, is a lot of people bring paracord, and it works great. But depending on what you need it for, hay twine is the trick. It weighs nothing, and you can pack a lot of it. So we use hay twine for all the guy outs down here. We use that to pull the liner tight, and then I'll also run it along the top for kind of like to dry our socks off or our shirts or whatever, if they get wet throughout the tent or throughout the camp. So we ended up purchasing one it's got doors on both sides. I think you have the option to have one door, but went ahead and got two, and the mosquito netting. But the door's on this side, and we went ahead and just with the liner, we only used this door anyway, so we went ahead and extended that liner out just to add protection for the fourth guy, just because we only have one half liner. If it did start raining again or condensation was built up, it wouldn't rain on him. So we're able to make room enough to pull this out and put on add some comfort to him as well. But this door is the same size as that one. And before we had the liner, we just open them up, let the air flow back and forth through here, but it's nice. It will get hot in the sun. So we open it up and just let it air out throughout the town, throughout the day. And then come back home, start the fire. It's nice coming back to a large tent and a fire for sure. The tent itself, the stove weighs right at just shy of 5 pounds with the stovepipe. The tent with the liner is right about 11.5 pounds. And then the poles, which are maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, something like that. So all together, it seems like a lot, but splitting up between 4 guys, it's the way to do it. You're all sleeping in the same tent. You divvy up the weight and then pack it in here, and that tent will size up about that size I had in the stuff sack. Worked out really well. We're happy with it, and we're probably going to continue to bring it out here and use it.